WUSA9 Weather Impact Alert is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Good evening. I'm WUSA9 meteorologist Topper Shutt. Thanks for staying with us here at our streamcast here, live stream. So here's the radar, and this is over the past couple of hours. Now, we widened this way out, okay? So you see the heavy activity. You see the yellow up around Hagerstown. Okay, that's the heaviest activity, but we still have plenty of rain and showers west out toward, the Ohio Valley, and plenty of activity down to the south. So, as I said earlier on the broadcast, this rain and showers, it's an appetizer. It really is. Here's our rain. Here's the radar past couple of hours, and you see little flecks of yellow, and that's moderate rainfall, and also some moderate rainfall past hour out toward Romney, but sort of a break in the metro, with less activity down to the south. So we'll kind of zoom in. Around the Beltway, we're in pretty good shape right now. Even down 95, we're in pretty good shape, even up 95. But you get up 270 past like Gaithersburg. We're looking at some rain up toward Frederick, and also as you go out 7 through Loudoun County, especially as you get past Leesburg and past 15. So, but again, this is just an appetizer. I mean, this is all light rain. Yes, it's miserable, no doubt. Enough to wet the roads, yes, and also, produce a kind of a slow drive down into southern Maryland. But again, compared to what's coming our way tomorrow, this is really nothing. It really is. So let's talk about. We'll kind of look at some of these cells. And again, this is just light activity, pretty much across the board. So we'll go out toward. Let's go toward Winchester just for a second, okay? So there we go. Now, in terms of, how much rain is falling, this is not impressive yet, okay? We're going to query it, but it's not crazy impressive. But we go right here, north of Winchester. What do we have? Rainfall rate about 1/4 inch per hour. Not crazy, okay? Let's go down a little further to the south, and we'll kind of query this too. Again, that's about as much as we're going to see tonight. Tomorrow morning, you're going to see probably as much as 1 inch per hour. If we go down here toward Strasburg and just to the west of Front Royal, now we query this. This has, probably about the same in terms of rainfall. Again, it's not crazy heavy, but it's not great. Almost 1/3 of an inch per hour. And it's essentially drifting pretty quickly off to the east. So, right now, you've got rain along the I-81 corridor. Not great, but the good news is it's not heavy. And also, you get past, you're sort of south of 66. It's drying out for the time being, just for the time being. Okay. If we move a little further to the south, this is all light activity into southern Maryland. I mean, it's no fun going down 301 between Waldorf and La Plata, but it's not heavy. Okay. So we don't have any of the problems we're going to have tomorrow. We don't have any ponding of the water on the roadways. We don't have any street flooding, anything like that. I think tomorrow morning we will. So check in with Jonathan tomorrow at 4:30 and Get Up DC. You'll have somebody in Eco 9 too, tracking the worst conditions across the metro. So if we query this, I mean, this is really light stuff here. This is not much at all. 0.05 of an inch per hour over toward Waldorf, probably about the same. About 0.07 of an inch an hour. So that's not heavy at all. I mean, tonight, again, this is just simply all, it's all a preview, a harbinger of what's coming our way. Okay, so the next 12 hours, we're looking at rain across the board. This is a pretty easy graphic to do. Just rain across the board, okay? And look at the temperatures. I mean, in the 50s, winds east-northeast after midnight. And I got to tell you, I mean, that's not a warm wind anytime, okay? That's not a warm wind at all. And really, I think temps tomorrow are going to hold in the 50s north and west of town. So, you get up tomorrow morning, 6, 7 o'clock, it's mid-50s and raining to beat the band. And as I mentioned earlier, on broadcast, I mean, this is not kind of your typical disorganized May with showers and a little rain. This is going to be a pretty darn organized 6-8 hour dumping of rain, which is sort of unusual for May. I mean, a little bit unusual for May. I want to go back here to the radar for a second. Out toward Charlestown and Winchester, that's where your heaviest activity is. Martinsburg south, and again, west of 15. But even this, if we were to query this, it's not particularly heavy, but miserable. You're going out 50 past Aldi, toward Middleburg and over toward Upperville. Again, this is all light from Waldorf down toward La Plata. And that actually is going to kind of stay light, if not, dry up altogether. So again, beautiful shots, a live shot, Earth Cam, high atop Washington Monument. So we've got a little break here. Notice no drops at 7 o'clock, but then some drops at 9, and then the 2 drops, boom. That's some more significant rainfall. So we issue these weather impact alerts when we have nuisance weather or life-threatening weather. This is mainly nuisance, a big nuisance. It's going to be now through tomorrow, okay? Heaviest rain will be in a time period Wednesday between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. The impact, showers, heavy downpours, some minor street flooding is possible, certainly the ponding of the water on the roads. So what do you need to know? Well, extra commute times, certainly for the morning commute. Evening commute won't be as bad, but it'll still have wet roads. But in terms of dealing with wet roads, maybe some ponding, heavy rain in the morning commute, it's going to be miserable. Getting the kids to the bus stop, it's going to be miserable. Rain gear, please. And you saw those temps. You may want more than rain gear. You might want a sweatshirt under the poncho tomorrow, really. So here is Futurecast. This is 10 o'clock tonight. So essentially, west of I-95, we've got some pretty good rain. Now, this is significant rain. Darker green is significant rain, and it's pretty well organized. And this east-northeast flow continues. And temps in the 50s everywhere. 53 in Cumberland, 58 in D.C., 56 in Bethesda and Bowie. By morning, we have rain to beat the band. And again, this is just not that disorganized, it's going to shower in Rockville, but not in Fairfax. It's going to rain everywhere, and rain hard everywhere. This is 6 a.m. Temps haven't budged. Low 50s Cumberland, Hagerstown, mid 50s downtown. By 9:30, 10 o'clock, it gets even heavier west of town. Winchester, Front Royal, Culpeper, little flecks of red there. That is rainfall rates 1.5 inches per hour, and the yellow here is rainfall rates about 1 inch per hour. So this is 9:30, still miserable. Lunchtime, miserable. Pack your lunch or, do something. I don't think you'll be walking around trying to find lunch tomorrow. Look at that. Heavy rain in Prince George's County, see the yellow and the orange into northern Charles County. Temps have just scratched and clawed their way above 60 downtown, but in the burbs, 54 Frederick, 53 in Hagerstown, and 53 in Winchester. That's kind of chilly for May. To put it in perspective, our average high is like 78 or 79. So that's over 20 degrees below average. We can call that seasonably chilly, sure. Now, by 6 o'clock, better. Heavy rain pulls out across the bay and up 95. We're left with some light showers and some light rain. I think if you're going to go to the Metallica concert at Northwest Stadium, you're going to be okay. You might want to just have a poncho to start, but I think the good news tomorrow, we're drying out. The heavy rain will be gone. Temperature's still not toasty. Upper 50s, low 60s. By 10 o'clock, dry, but temperature is still mid to upper 50s, the burbs, low 60s downtown. Only 61 in D.C., but still 54 in Hagerstown and 53 in Cumberland. Of course, our friends west of the divide, mainly in the 40s on Wednesday. That's even cold for, Garrett County and the Canaan Valley. All right, early morning on Thursday. Good news, bad news. Good news, we're dry. Bad news, we're still cloudy and kind of cool. Temperatures upper 40s in Cumberland, upper 50s D.C. So Thursday, dry at the bus stop, but chilly. So you're going to want, jacket for the kids, sweatshirt for the kids. By 10 o'clock, we're back in the 60s, so that's good. We're kind of losing our easterly flow. That's good. Very light winds Thursday morning. And now temps even 64 in Cumberland, 66 in D.C., mid-60s in Fredericksburg. Not exactly a Chamber of Commerce day, but compared to Wednesday, we'll be jumping for joy on Thursday. Now, some breaks in the clouds, and that will get us into the 70s everywhere. Even 76 in Cumberland, even 71 for our friends across the divide in Oakland, and mid-70s in Fredericksburg. So a much milder day, closer to average, probably ending up just a little bit below average. We might tick at 79 or 80. By 6 p.m., a couple of showers and storms popping, and they'll be isolated. And primarily out to the west and southwest of us, Front Royal out toward Luray. So that's at 6 p.m. So we don't anticipate any problems morning commute on Thursday or coming home Thursday evening. We really don't. And with temps in the 70s, again, not a great day, but not a bad day. Now, when you're home by 9:30, maybe trying to take the dog out before bed. Yes, now we have a shower, some lighter showers, Fairfax, out toward Loudon, heavier thunderstorm possible out toward Culpeper and Manassas. Now, the thing is, tomorrow's all rain. The atmosphere is very, very stable, east-northeast flow. It changes a little bit more southerly on Thursday night, so a little bit more instability in the atmosphere. That's why you're seeing maybe a thunderstorm. And we have a thunderstorm in the forecast for late Thursday and Thursday night, but isolated and widely scattered. Look how warm it is. It's 71 at 9:30 Thursday night. That's kind of nice. Even 69 in Cumberland Thursday night, even 70 in Culpeper. So that rolls by 11:30 sort of eastward down toward Manassas and down toward Dale City, crossing over 95. So essentially Thursday night, a couple of isolated showers or storms, but you should be home and most of us will be in bed by the time that rolls through 11:30, 12 o'clock. So all in all, Thursday is an improvement. It's not awesome, but it's an improvement. Now, how much rain is going to fall? By tomorrow morning, and this is pretty uniform, about 1/3 of an inch. Yes, there could be some higher amounts out toward Winchester, Front Royal, closer to 6/10 or 1/2 an inch, but right on the button, 3300s, D.C., 1/3 of an inch, 3400s, La Plata, about 4/10 in Manassas. So this is our appetizer. Now, by 11:30, 12 o'clock on Wednesday, now we're over an inch, just about everywhere. Not quite in Hagerstown, not quite in Frederick, but La Plata's got over an inch, Waldorf's got over an inch, Fredericksburg, Manassas, Fairfax, Culpeper, certainly along I-81 from Martinsburg down toward Front Royal. So that's around lunchtime on Wednesday, okay? Now we get into 5 o'clock Wednesday evening, everybody's got over an inch, and heck, a lot of us have over 1.5 inches. D.C., Manassas, Culpeper, it just updated too, almost 1.5 inches in Gaithersburg. And now the areas that didn't have that inch by lunchtime, Hagerstown and Frederick, now have well over an inch. In fact, 1.25 inches. So everybody gets a ton of rain tomorrow. And look at this. This just updated. Now it has the heaviest concentration of rain into extreme southern St. Mary's County and also down maybe clipping southern Calvert County with 1.26 in Patuxent, but you get south of that, you could see almost 2 inches of rain. So this is good. We need another soaking rain. It's just going to be kind of a miserable day. But hey, better than the weekend, right? Better than Memorial Day weekend. By 8 o'clock, we don't add much to this. Everybody still has anywhere from 1 inch to 1 inch plus, 1.5 inches plus across the board. Now, again, there are no flood watches yet. Check with us again at 11 o'clock tonight. That may have changed. But even without flood watches, you still have to be careful on the roads. Some of the roads you drive that don't drain, they'll have huge puddles tomorrow. So that will slow traffic down and make things, a little bit on the dangerous side. Now, let's talk about May rain. So right now we're at 5.47. We're in 16th place, I think, for wettest May on record. Our average is 3 1/3. So right now we're about 2 inches above the monthly average, but the annual average, we're only like 1/4 inch above. That's how far behind we were, and that's why we kept talking about the severe drought and extreme drought. So we're going to get certainly 1 inch, I think at the very least. That's going to put us at 6.47. That will probably vault us into the top 10 of wettest Mays. So again, if you think it's been raining a lot in May, yes. If you think it's been raining a lot in terms of the days, yes, it has. Temperature-wise, Caitlin and I were looking at this. We thought it would be cooler than it is. It's about average in terms of temperatures. We've just had kind of really warm days and then really cool days when it's been raining. Okay, the winds. I think this is overdone. But suffice to say, we're going to have some east-northeast winds tomorrow. And I always talk about that. That is not a warm wind, no matter what season we're in. These are gusts, miles per hour. I think we could see gusts to 20. I do. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. By afternoon, around lunchtime, I think this is too high. I don't think we're going to see gusts to 30. You will on the bay, and stay off the water. We've got all kinds of small craft advisories and advisories on the bay. By 6 p.m., again, I think we could see a gust to 20 miles per hour or so. I think this might be a little bit overdone, but that said, there is an area of low pressure tracking to our south, which is why we're so cool and stable, and moving offshore. We could see some gusts, maybe to 40, but those are for the ocean resorts and across the bay. And then, of course, by 9:30, I mean, breezy, but winds are gusting 15 to 20. We can handle that. Here's Eli. Dog walking forecast miserable. Rain, upper 50s at 7 o'clock. Rain near 60 at noon. Good news is tapering to showers at 5 o'clock in the evening. So that's good, I guess, right? All right, next 3 days. There's our weather impact alert all day. You saw the heaviest rain, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. 80, near 80 on Thursday, which, by the way, is like average. Isolated shower, better chance at night. Couple showers and storms on Friday, upper 70s. We'll monitor that for an alert as well. Now, those showers linger into Saturday morning, unfortunately. I think we'll salvage some of the day. I'm just not quite so sure, given it's, Tuesday, how fast we're going to clear out on Saturday. Sunday looks fine. Making plans, fine. Monday looks great, partly cloudy. And Tuesday looks great. Nat's back in town. 80 degrees on Tuesday. And you know what? It gets warmer next week. This is kind of cool. Well, I think it's kind of cool. Look at these temperatures. Monday, 79. Tuesday, 80. Uh-oh. Next Wednesday, 88. 91 next Thursday. 88 next Friday. That's pretty good. I mean, this is kind of crazy. There's a 30-degree difference in temperatures on the 10-day outlook. That's a lot. That's big. And remember, average is now almost 80 degrees. So if you're in the 50s tomorrow in the burbs, yeah, you're way below average. We're going to call that chilly. Absolutely. Okay, so let's, real quickly here, we'll kind of graph out tomorrow. It's kind of a depressing graph. Yep, rain across the board. And this is the heavy rain, 6, 8, 10, noon to around 2 p.m. That's really the heavy rainfall. Temperatures, upper 50s. Yeah, we get to 60, 62 maybe. And by 6 o'clock, it's essentially going back to showers. We're not going to clear tomorrow, but that real heavy rain will be in the morning and early afternoon. So I think you're going to be okay at the Metallica concert. I really do. I'll take a poncho for the showers, but in terms of what's coming our way tomorrow morning, we're in pretty good shape. That's why we have the weather impact alert all day on Wednesday. If the showers roll out quicker, we'll cancel it at tomorrow evening during the shows. But right now, we're going to keep it all day for rain, heavy at times in the morning, tapering to showers by evening. All right, I hope you can join us tonight on broadcast at 11 o'clock. I'll have new model data in on when the rain rolls in, how much rain will fall, and if we're under a flood watch by 11 o'clock. Until then, I'm meteorologist Topper Shutt.